Oh, what's up? What's up? Good guys. Gino, what's up, boss? Good morning, man. Tim, Slim Pickens, what's going on? Joey, good morning. All right, we are set. All right, so again, good morning, guys. How we doing? Welcome back. Happy Money Monday. Oh, it's not Money Monday. My day's all jacked up. My last couple of weeks have been all jacked up. It's what's today? It's Hump Day. That's what it is. It's Hump Day. Chris, good morning, man. How we doing? All right. So we are all set, ready to rock. We're prepared, got those game plans built out, and we're gonna make it happen, guys. A slower day in pre-market, not too much action. I mean, you got CRKN starting to get some action here. CRKN up three. Oh wow, look at that, 336%. What happened here? CRKN acquires Amerigen 7 for $645,000. The stock going from 18 cents, nearly hitting highs of $1 here on CRKN at this point in time. So let's get that thing posting on up. And let's check it out and see what we have here with CRKN. Gino, what do I think about getting involved with VVOS? I was actually looking for a potential entry here right around 108 on VVOS. Daily support, 108. So, I was looking for a little bit of a break and retest off 108. They're on VVOS, but then it came right back down below. But that's okay because sometimes we have great support, crack. We instantaneously snap back above it, regain it as support, and we get a little bit of a higher low push off that level. So if we can stay above that 108-ish level of support, I would think we could possibly get a higher low retest of 108, get that next U shape, and if we start to see that play on out, we could absolutely see the next spike up towards around 125 and then 139. They're on VVOS, but right now you just got to be a little bit more patient with it and make sure it's going to stay above that 108 level on VVOS. So we're going to dissect CRKN here in a moment. That stock's ripping on up. We just discussed VVOS and what we want to see here. GERN failed to hold above 345, so there's nothing here on GERN. We had a trade this morning with JSPR for the break of the downtrend, and then coincidentally enough, right when the stock's setting up for a break of the downtrend, they dropped a press release, and we got that entry at 270, and we were able to lock in some profits up into the 330s and 340s. They're on JSPR before it started dumping on back off. So that was a good trade this morning. Nothing here right now at this point in time with JSPR. So again, right now it's a game of patience. We're going to dissect CRK in here in a moment and just get prepared and wait for an opportunity to present itself. I mean, the stock just went from 20 cents nearly to $1. That's 400% in the matter of like 15, 20 minutes. There's no reason to touch this right now at this point in time. I'll let the thing pull back and find support and then look for a better entry after it pulls back a little bit here. But how low could we see it pull back? I would say back down around like 67 cents. Let's just kind of keep it on watch down towards around 67 cents. See what it looks like. On over to YouTube, guys. We are live on. Yeah, if you guys have any questions from the YouTube, questions, I Get it. Right now, we have a short position over on ES right off these highs. So that's the only thing I got going on right now. I took JSPR for the break of the downtrend. I left 25% of my position as a runner. And before I actually had an opportunity to get out, that thing had cracked about 50 cents to the downside. So I actually took a little bit of a loss on the runner. And the whole point of a runner is to have a stop at break even and pre-market. You cannot put stop losses in the system. So I was getting prepared with the morning newsletter, kind of dissecting other things. 5 minutes later, I go back over and the sucker's down $1. I was like, whoa, was not expecting that. So my runner did get stopped out below my cost basis. What could have been a $500 trade ended up being $226. So little unfortunate, but still quality trade, great entries, great stops, fantastic profit potential, and we locked in profits. You know, we were up a little over $500 as this trade was spiking on up, and I left 250 shares as a runner, and my cost basis was down here in the 260s. So by the time I got out of that final 250 share position, I was at 220. And so I actually took a little bit of a loss on the runner, which kind of ate up some of those profits. I was unrealized, probably 250 on that trade, just about, which was pretty close to 500, and then ended up going a little red on the runner. But we still netted about 226 all in all on that trade, and we were looking to grab something on GERN, never set up, VVOS, never set up, and we just got to wait for CRKN to set up for us. Other than that, we're starting off the day green now. That's good. Yeah, green's green, man. Green's green. Could have been executed a little bit better and just took profits completely off the table knowing it was going to pull back. But, you know, hey, rinse and repeat, baby. Rinse and repeat. Again, everybody over on YouTube, appreciate you guys tuning in. Good morning. If you guys have questions, let me know. Now's the time to ask. We have, what, about 23 minutes left until we officially shut down the live, and then go live inside a chat with the team for the day. What do I think of MA? We can go take a look at MA. So I'm a first glance trader. So I look at something. If it pulls me in at first glance, I take the time to dissect it and really review it. Okay. At first glance, I don't see anything here that really stands out with MA. And that's how I dissect trades and find opportunities, is when I'm going through a watch list of, say, 50 stocks. I'm not looking at all 50 stocks a day. I'm trying to see if there's maybe 2 or 3 stocks that really stand out to me on any given day. And then I go through and dissect the crap out of those stocks, do my TA, build my plans, get my level set. And I don't feel like I'm doing any kind of like justification or anything like that. I've found, you know, bad habits in the past as a new trader where I would be like, Apple, what can I find here? Like, I feel like I would justify my levels, justify game plans, justify trade ideas. And at first glance, it doesn't stand out to me. It doesn't really pull me in and captivate me. And that's kind of the same thing with MA, right? At first glance, you know, there's no movement in pre-market. So I got to look at that daily chart. Look at the daily chart. At first glance, it doesn't really stand out to me. The only thing I see, it's starting to roll on over. A little bit of left shoulder, head, right shoulder, a little bit of this head and shoulders formation. But I don't see enough to be like, all right, let's really dissect this. Let's really build some plans and get prepared. You know, first glance, I see a little bit of that left shoulder, head, right shoulder, but it doesn't really pull me in the way I want it to pull me in. For example, UPS, first glance, look at that. I like it. I love it. We're playing this wedge today, right? We're going to take calls off this trend line, off support, and take calls back into the 200-day moving average, which puts you at the downtrend inside of this wedge. At first glance, it really stands out to me, and now I'm going to get prepared and really dissect the crap out of it. Same thing with FDX. At first glance, it really stands out to me. Nice little higher low push, right? Nice little higher low reversal for that next leg on up. You know, over 179, we're going to play calls to 183. At first glance, it really stands out to me, building those plans, getting prepared, doing my due diligence versus feeling like I'm just trying to find something on that particular stock when nothing really stands out to me in the first place. That's where I found the most amount of success, and that's how I'm able to find, you know, say 2 to 3 really high quality trades every single day in the market. And I would say about 80% of the time they play out beautifully. I mean, Tesla yesterday played out beautifully, right? What was the other one? The other one yesterday was AT&F played out beautifully for the $4 break up to 5. The other one was Meta. Played out beautifully over on Meta. I wasn't looking at Apple yesterday. I wasn't looking at AMD. Now, traders could have been trading Apple. Traders could have been trading AMD and making money. But to me, nothing really stood out with those stocks. They weren't high quality, high probability opportunities because nothing really stood out to me at first glance. So today's first glancers, that's what I'm going to call them, the first glancers. I like FDX today. I think FDX has good potential for that higher low daily reversal. I think we have good potential with UPS to play this daily wedge back up into the 183s. GSPR kind of sucks now. It's dead. GERN, such a large float stock. I don't like this intraday on GERN because that float is massive. VVOS, I think VVOS has good potential, and I think CRKN has good potential. So those are going to be the top two plays right now, CRKN, VVOS. But, you know, GERN, it just doesn't look sexy. It's got to get back above 345. And then JSPR doesn't really look sexy right now. It was looking great here. That's why we took that trade. But right now, it doesn't really do it for me with JSPR. So JSPR is going to go on the back burner. All right, we're going to back burner that. We'll keep GERN on the top of the watch list. But I do want to watch AMAM for the mid-candle breakout. So AMAM looks decent for the mid-candle breakout. And we will be looking to see if we can grab an entry on this back into the 240s. So where is yesterday's low of day? 186. Yesterday's close, 207. And that's ideally where we're looking to grab entries. That's where volume really starts to move on in. And hey, we have some room back up towards around like 240 here on AMAM. So we'll see if this ever sets up for this really decent mid-candle breakout. ATNF was a nice one yesterday. Nothing going on right now with ATNF. And then KALA is pretty much dead as well at this point in time, unless we get a gap fill bounce, which it looks like we're trying to get a little bit of a gap fill bounce today with KALA. So you got KALA, that's a back burner sleeper for the gap fill bounce on the daily. You got AMAM for the mid-candle breakouts. You got CRKN. Just looking for this thing to pull back, find support for an entry. And then you got VVOS, possibly if we can get back above like 108. But here's the deal with GERN, guys. When this stock opens on up, right, look at the float. It's almost 400 million in float. When the market opens, you're going to see that float really make an impact on this stock. I mean, you see this big green day, you're like, oh, wow, that's a nice big green day. The stock went from 210 to like 240. It moved 30 cents throughout the entire day. So the float doesn't really impact the stock in pre-market, post-market. You can see some massive, substantial moves to the upside, to the downside, regardless of the stock's float. But when the market opens on up, whew, you're going to see that 339 million float really hold this stock back from being able to do anything impressive today, in my opinion. So I'm not even really a fan of GERN at this point in time, simply because of the float is so large. So large on the float. But that's what we got today on the watch list. Yeah, JSPR, possibly. We already took JSPR, a trade this morning on it inside a chat, right? JSPR, high watch for the break of that downtrend when the stock was at 257. They dropped a press release that helped this thing really get some action to the upside. So we were taking it right here for the break of that downtrend. Stops under support. Press release dropped right at that sweet time, and it allowed the stock to get a nice little nearly dollar rip to the upside. But right now, JSPR, no. The early bird got the worm on this one. Being inside a chat, being in the market at 750 this morning, building plans, finding a really nice opportunity, taking the trade, locking in some profits. That trade right now is done. You got to, really just sit back and wait for the next best opportunity to present itself. But there's nothing right now at this point in time with JSPR. There might be some juice left. You got to just kind of sit back and wait. That's it. That's all you can do is just sit back and wait and see what it does, right? Is it going to set up like right here? I don't know if it's going to do anything. Right? There's nothing. Oh, hey, hold on. Hold up. Wait a minute. Break of the downtrend. All right, cool. An hour ago, there was nothing. An hour later, break of the downtrend. Let's take that trade. Whoop, we make money. Now, nothing. So now you just got to sit back and wait for it to set back up and for there to be a real solid opportunity and a real reason to get involved. There could be juice left. It could be a one and done penny stock. I mean, right now there's nothing here to really base a trade off of. So you have to sit back on your hands on this one. Skylar number 1, I want in your chat room. VVOS is staying over 110 like you said. Skylar, we would love to work with you, boss. Absolutely. Just go to alphadaytrading.com, check us out, and then join the team. You can join at any point in time. I think we're doing 10 to 15 seats per month on average is the limit, just to make sure we don't get too big too fast before we bring on other trading coaches and leaders to make sure that we can hold it down and everybody's getting the help that they need live in the market. But yeah, I think right now we're right around that 10 to 15 mark is what we said we're going to do on average month over month for 2023 until we bring on more leaders, more coaches, everything like that. So, but yeah, we'd love to work with you, boss. Just head over to alphadaytrading.com and you can join any point in time. If registration's open, it's open. If it's closed, you got to just check back in to see when registration would be open to join. Yeah, VVOS over 108. Yeah, I mean, it wasn't the best setup. I'm not going to lie. Like, if you took it, good job, but it wasn't the best setup by any means. I'm not in it right now. I'm waiting for a better setup personally on VVOS, but congrats if you took it over 108. Yeah, you have room to 125, 139. Actually, 122. My bad. You got room to 122. You have room back up to the high a day of 139. And then you have room to 220 on VVOS. You got room to 220. Right now we have 35 viewers on the tube. Everybody over on YouTube right now, hit me with a big old good morning. I don't think anybody's hit me with a good morning. Actually, we got Chris and Steve. You got Joey and Slim Pickens over there with the good morning. But if you have yet to say good morning, drop a big old good morning, guys. How we doing? How we feeling? Happy hump day. All right, it's day number 2 of 2023. So far, so good, guys. Juan, what's up, boss? Good morning, Gino. COSM thoughts. We'll definitely take a look at that. Skylar's always here. What's up, man? Appreciate you being here supporting the stream, boss. Yeah, man, we would absolutely love to have the opportunity to work with you. So, again, check everything out. Make sure it works for you. That's weird. All those messages are getting they're coming over my face there a little bit. There we go. We're just gonna pull that down there. Is that good there? That's much better. Yeah, whoever wants to join, again, when you go to alphadaytrading.com, if registration's open and you can sign up. If you go to sign up and it says registration closed, you just have to keep checking back in because that means the seats were filled up for that monthly allotment that we're going to start doing month over month here in 2023. But yeah, again, it's very simple. alphadaytrading.com. Check us out. You see all the different membership options. I would say like 80 to 90% of members go with the yearly because of the course, and then it breaks down to being like 33% less month over month compared to the monthly over the course of the year. And you're making that decision and that commitment to apply yourself for the next year to get exactly what you need to be successful in the market versus coming in thinking it's a get rich quick thing in a month and discouraging yourself. Traders come in and they're like, I'm just going to lock in that year because I want to actually take the next 6 months to 12 months and perfect this. And I know it's going to take a little bit of time to perfect this. And it gives you plenty of time to make it happen, soak up the education, come in, participate, ask those questions, get the help that you need, and really make sure that you're taking the initiative each and every day to get exactly what you need to be as successful as possible. So it depends. One, what's my scanning process? So my scanning process is I look at up gappers, down gappers, and then volume movers in pre-market. And then I go through each stock individually. And basically, if something stands out to me, I start doing my due diligence, doing my TA, and building my game plans for the day. That's going to be penny stocks. I look at volume leaders in pre-market, and I'm looking at our up gappers. What's gapping up 50%? What's gapping up 100%? Why is it gapping up 100%, 50%? Is there news? What's the catalyst? Is there a filing? Is there a daily technical setup? Is it a second day runner? Is it a back burner sleeper off momentum? Like, what's the reason the stock's moving, and then I go through and get prepared on it and do my due diligence. That's going to be penny stocks. Now, options, I have a watch list of 50 plus stocks, and I just scan through it every single morning, one by one by one. I mean, this is literally what I do. I start at the top of my options watch list. I make sure I can see what it's doing here in pre-market. And I look at that daily chart as well. And I'm actually looking for higher time frame setups that are day tradable, right? So this is kind of what I do. I get set, looking at Apple daily chart, looking at Apple intraday. Does anything stand out to me at first glance? Nope, move on. AMD, first glance, anything? Nope, move on. JP Morgan at first glance, move on, right? I'm literally, first glance, does it stand out to me? First glance, does it stand out to me? If it doesn't, I move on. Doesn't stand out to me, move on. Doesn't stand out to me, move on. Doesn't stand out to me on that daily chart, move on. Like, you'll know if, oh, wow, I like that. Why do I like it? Right? Well, we just bounced off the uptrend into resistance, pulling back, putting in this higher low U-shaped formation off the 20 EMA with a volume confirmation day yesterday where we actually gapped up, pushed off that higher low with an increase in volume. I like it at first glance. It stands out to me at first glance. FDX, let's go ahead and get prepared. All right, where do I want to get in? If we start breaking resistance at 179, where's my target? 182.84. Where's my second target? This prior high at 184.37. Where's my third target? Filling this gap. Okay, so this is a day trade opportunity that's most likely going to turn into a swing trade. So if I position myself correctly on this trade and it looks good for a swing trade, I can actually hold it for a swing trade. So what does that mean? I'm not trading Friday's expirations. I'm trading 45 days out minimum. I have to pay a little bit more money for those contracts. They are day tradable. They're just more expensive. But if I decide to hold some of this for a day trade, I'm already positioned correctly for the swing trade, right? I really like that daily formation. It looks great. It stands out to me. Let's go ahead and get prepared, do our due diligence, build our game plans for the day, make sure we're positioned correctly. So all we have to do when the market opens is react if the stock says it's time to go. Move on to the next stock. And I just go through my list one by one by one by one. That's how I found Tesla yesterday, right? And that's how we nailed Tesla below 117. And look at what it did. It dropped over 10 points yesterday. And we were taking these trades at 117, like 50. And then below 116.30 was the ad with 112.30 first target and then a 110.30 second target. I mean, look at that. Boom, target, boom, target. Absolutely exceeding our expectations. Exactly the same way that I found AT&F yesterday for the break over 4 for the leg up to 5. That happened within the first 30 minutes of the day. That's my process. I'm very selective on what I trade. I'm very particular on what I'm, looking at for the day. I don't want to have 20 stocks on my watch list. I want to have 3 to 5. And I'm very selective. So I may look at 100 stocks a day plus, but which ones look the best? Why are they the best? Which ones have the best opportunity? Which ones have the better setups and the better consistency? And that's my watch list. Those are my game plans. That's how I get prepared. And that's how I usually, I would say with 80% consistency and accuracy, I'm always looking at the top gainers of the day because I know how to select which stocks have the best potential to be the top gainers through that pre-market stock selection process that I go through every single morning from around 7 a.m. until I jump on the mic with you guys around 8:30. So like today with KEALA, it's a daily gap fill bounce. It stands out to me, right? AM, mid candle breakout. It stands out to me. CRKN, it's not really standing out to me at this point in time because it's giving a lot back, right? Did it hold above 67 cents? It did not. Start bringing your next levels of support down. Where could it come down to next? Probably 40 cents on CRKN. It's given a lot back. I don't like it. VVOS, really nice trade. Good job. But yeah, that's kind of what my process looks like every single morning, and that's just what I go through. Very, very simple, but highly effective, right? That's my whole mindset. Keep things as simple as possible, but ensure that when it's kept simple like that, it's still really, really effective in the market. You don't have to overcomplicate anything. You don't need to have a 65-inch TV above you with 10 charts on it and scan the whole market. You don't need to do that, right? I mean, just keep it as simple as possible, but make sure it's effective. And my process is very, very simple, and it's been proven to be very, very effective. And that's how newer traders can come in, learn quickly, and start actually applying what they're learning and seeing results That's their foundation. And then they just kind of build on top of their foundation throughout their career as a trader. But you can't build a freaking skyscraper on a weak foundation, right? You got to start with a strong foundation, and then you build little by little by little by little by little. So build your strong foundation, get that strong foundation by keeping it simple, applying what you're learning, seeing results, building your confidence, and then every day as you grow as a trader, you just look to add a little bit more on top of that strong foundation you've built, and before you know it, you're 7 years in and you're at the level that you want to be at. Or you're like, hey, I'm 7 years in and I've exceeded all of my goals and I've absolutely crushed a lot of these milestones. What's the next one? What's the next goal? What's the next level that I'm trying to get to, right? I want to get the 200 grand a year in my trading profits. All right, how do I do that, right? Now it's a new challenge. Challenge accepted. Let's get to it. I have no idea what's going to happen at the FOMC meeting. It's not even an FOMC meeting. It's FOMC minutes. So 2 weeks ago, we had a Fed FOMC meeting, right, with the press release, and, you know, he was talking and all that good stuff. These are the minutes from the meeting. So this is the detailed transcript of the FOMC meeting that took place right around 2 weeks ago. These are the minutes, FOMC minutes, but it's definitely something of high importance that will probably move the market. We just have to see how it moves the market. But 10 a.m., we do have some economic data. You have JOLTS, job openings, and then you have ISM manufacturing PMI for December at 10 a.m., and that's high importance as well. That's most likely going to be moving the markets. So you just got to position yourself correctly, guys. All right, we got about 4 more minutes. If you have any questions, let me know. 3 minutes now. 3 minutes. But yesterday, we started off great. You know, traders inside of chat just absolutely came in and just absolutely dominated it. I mean, in the market yesterday, yesterday was such an amazing day. I mean, so many traders starting off strong. I mean, check out Catherine locking in 339 on CMMB. Johnny on a small account, 43 bucks. Alan, 251. Chad, ATNF, 886. Juan locking in a little over 200 bucks. AJ, 70 bucks on his small account. Mr. G, 3K on the day so far. Mike, over $300. Stir was mobile trading Disney for 134 on the day. Mr. G adding 600 bucks to the bottom line. Trader Adam, not happy with the performance, but starting off green. You got, you know, H over here, 2% on his account. You got Mr. G for another 750. I mean, guys, absolutely dominated yesterday. You got Steve close to his daily goal. You got Hunter locking in some profits. Really, really, really good day yesterday inside of chat. Yeah, Juan, definitely send me an email. Josh@alphadaytrading.com. Definitely send me an email. Would love to chat with you. It'd be fun. Chris, that is definitely worth talking, boss. You made 100 bucks yesterday. Small account, not worth talking. It is definitely worth talking. That's consistency, man. That's success, right? If you can do $50 to $100 a day consistently, the only thing that we need to change is your risk tolerance, right? Be able to risk a little bit more little by little in order to make bigger per trade profits. So you just need to take more size, right? Which with more size comes more risk. With more risk comes more profit. But if you can do 50 bucks a day consistently, man, you're already doing better than 90% of traders in the market because you're actually making consistent profits. 100 bucks a day consistently is amazing. It really is amazing if you can do that consistently. And once you do that consistently, you're confident. And now the only thing that we have to start adjusting is how you're positioning yourself in those trades. How many contracts are you taking? How many shares are you taking, right? What's your new risk? Are you going from $50 a trade risk to 100 in order to double up your profit potential or triple your profit potential as well? That's the only thing that really starts to change is going to be how you position yourself and how you can emotionally regulate the increase of losses. That's it. You have to relearn how to regulate your emotions as you start losing more money to make more money. And then again, just making sure that you're positioned correctly with, say, larger size. So keep consistent, man. There's definitely nothing bad. About $100 a day, man. You're doing better than, again, like I said, 90% of people can't even do $1 a day consistently, yet you made $100 in a day in the market. That's good work, man. Congratulations. And keep up the good work. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. Josh at alphadaytrading.com. Yeah, so Josh at alphadaytrading.com. Is it already 9 a.m.? It is 9 a.m. All right, so just to leave you with this, trade smart and trade safe, right? Make sure you're positioned correctly in the market. Understand what your risk is per trade, right? Dial in, focus on the best of the best trades, right? Wait for the opportunities to come to you. And then a byproduct of trading great trades and being patient and disciplined, all of these things that you must have and acquire as a trader, right? The discipline, the patience, sitting back, waiting for those opportunities, making sure that you're prepared, building plans on trades, and that you're positioned correctly to not exceed what that dollar amount is per trade loss, everything that we preach every single day. A byproduct of doing what you're supposed to do as a trader consistently each and every day. What's the byproduct? Profits, right? Your mindset should take the best of the best trades, and when you do that, you will grow the bottom line, right? Taking great trades, the byproduct of that is making money, right? If you come into the market with the mindset of making money, you'll end up losing more money. So have that mindset today. Take only the best of the best trades, and you know that on average, that bottom line will grow. You will make money in the market as long as you're only trading the best of the best trades. A system that's been proven to work, something that you've paper traded, something that you've optimized and perfected. Be patient, be disciplined, take the best trades. You know the money will follow really good trades and make it happen today. All right. Happy, safe trading. Enjoy your hump day. I'll see you guys here back on YouTube tomorrow morning, right around 8:15. As we jump in and get you guys prepared for the trading day. Stay blessed. Again, happy, safe trading. Do the right things. Make the best of the best decisions. Again, we make good decisions. You have good actions. When you have good actions, you have good results. Make it happen. I'll see you guys back here tomorrow morning.